So I kind of slumped a bit in May and June. So fully out of that slump now. July was such a good reading month for me. Full disclosure, it is not the end of July yet. Technically, we're still in the last week of July. I am filming this a little bit early, but I know myself well enough to know how many books I'm going to be able to finish in this next time. Got a lot of stuff going on, so I wanted to just film this before I got too far behind. So yeah, let's just dive right in because I'm really excited about this month. Two of the books I don't physically have, I got them from the library, so they're back there. So we'll start with the first one, which was The Wooded Winter by Susanna Clarke. If you know me, you know I love the book Piranesi. Oh, it's not displayed. I used to display it, but I've got Spear Custer Water instead now. Anyway, I love that book. It's fantastic. The world building, the lyrical writing, the mystery, love everything about that book. So this is a short story that she wrote. It's about 60 pages long. It was cute. I liked it. I do love her writing style, but what I liked even more about that book is she had like an after a postscript kind of thing. I love hearing her talk about her writing and her she spent some time talking about art and how she creates her world and how she views art and her writing, and I thought that was beautiful. Honestly, I liked that conversation more than I liked the actual short story. It was a nice short story. I don't feel the urge to go out and buy it and just talk about it constantly like I did Piranesi, but it was good. It was that was kind of the beginning of my slump break, because I was like, okay, something short that I can just get through super fast by an author I know I like, and it did exactly what it needed to do. After that, I had another book. I actually did read it from the library too, but I liked it enough to go out and buy it because I found it for just a couple dollars, so it was worth a couple dollars. It was The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. So cute, so sweet. I loved this. This was I meant it to be a quick, easy, fresh read, like breezy read. Exactly what it needed to do. It did exactly what it needed to do, and actually I ended up liking it more than I thought, hence why I bought it. But it's so cute. It's typical rom-com, typical like not flimsy, it's not flimsy, but like quick little soft read. I loved it. She's the bodyguard, he's the famous movie star she's protecting, and it's a rom-com, so obviously they fall in love, but it was so cute. I loved it. Yeah, The Bodyguard. After that, or actually simultaneously, I guess, I was also listening to the audiobook for I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jennette McCurdy. Whoa. Fantastic read. I really loved the way that, hold on, collect thoughts for a second. Jennette McCurdy, when I was growing up, she was the reason I watched Sam and Cat. Not Sam and Cat, I actually didn't watch Sam and Cat. She was the reason I watched iCarly. And since Nickelodeon had that show come out that I still can't bring myself to watch, the documentary about Nickelodeon didn't do it. The people did I can't remember. Connect our thoughts. We're having a lot of trouble connecting thoughts lately. But I feel like people know the documentary I'm talking about, the docuseries about the behind the scenes of those Nick shows, Drake and Josh, iCarly, Victorious, all of those. I haven't been able to bring myself to watch iCarly. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to watch it again. Actually, after reading that book, it was very well done. I thought she did a really nice job of telling her story. She was a really engaging storyteller, to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go. She has another book out that came out last year called Half Her Age, or Half His Age. That's what it is, Half His Age. And it's fiction. It's a thriller, mystery, not a mystery, but I think it's a thriller. I probably will be reading it because I really enjoyed her writing style, and I'm hoping that this fiction is what she's wanted, but also just to support her. This poor woman, she overcame it, but my goodness. If you are interested, I would say definitely, if you know who Jennette McCurdy is and you want to hear about her life, just brace yourself. there's some pretty messed up stuff, poor thing. Sounds like she's on the other end of it, which is good, but whoa. Talk about a slump breaker, because after that I'm like, I need to read something happier. So naturally I read Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. Not happier. Very good. I will read anything John Green puts out. Literally anything. I kind of went back and forth between the audiobook, which is also narrated by John Green. Very well done, because John Green can do anything, and I've been listening to him talk about stuff since I was in middle school. Love that. But also reading the physical book and doing some immersive reading. Whoa, this book. I love John Green because he's able to make things easier to digest, I guess. Not that anything in here was easy to digest. But if you haven't read this and you're new to, or you want to try nonfiction, I think John Green is a really good person to start with for that, because he's already so conversational about, I mean, he's nerdy, I'm nerdy, we get along in that way, but the way that he phrases things and the framework of this story, it makes it a lot more engaging, I think. So highly recommend. Very much love this. We'll probably be reading it again. I loved it. And then after that, I am cheating a little bit because I haven't technically finished these next two books yet, but I know that I will be finishing them before the end of July. So I'm confident in putting them in this video. The first one, nobody is surprised about at all. I said in my last video, I'm going to have at least one video that doesn't talk about the series, but it's not going to be today because I am reading and almost done with Dungeon Crawler Carl number 8, A Parade of Horribles. I don't have the dust jacket on right now. I wish I did because I really like the cover of it. These covers are awesome. You can't see them in the shop, but I've got them displayed on top of my bookshelves because I just love them so much. I have about a little less than 200 pages left. There's a little over a week left in July, or maybe a little over a week left in July. I'm confident I'm going to finish it because his pacing is really good. I think not John Green, Matt Dinniman is really good at pacing in these longer books, and these are so rapid fire that like the pacing, the story is so fast paced. I blew through this part, but I know that this chunk right here, and I know I'm in the middle of it right now. I know I am. I just don't have, I have too many things to do, so I can't sit and read it right now. But this is when it gets real. So this is when I'm not going to be able to put down the book. So that's how I know I'm going to finish this by July, by the end of July. He hits it out of the park again. This is better than This Inevitable Ruin. I really liked number 7, This Inevitable Ruin. I really liked it. This one is better. The pacing is better. The writing is better. I can tell. I said in the last, when I read This Inevitable Ruin, I can kind of tell he was writing Operation Bounce House at the same time because it wasn't as connected, or like his writing wasn't as seamless, I should say, I guess is the word I'm going for, than it normally is. This one is back to it. He did a phenomenal job with this. I'm really scared of this ending. If anybody is reading this series, I also have some questions. Look at my TikTok later because I think I'm going to ask a question that has been knocking around in my mind for a while now. So look out for a little poll, a little question I'm asking people. But fantastic. 5 out of 5, 6 out of 5. The third book is still my favorite. I'm probably going to do a reread by the end of the year because I can't move on from things. But this is up there. This is up there with the third book and Butcher's Masquerade, which is 5th, and I love them. They're so good. I love them all for different reasons. Yeah. The other one that I'm probably going to finish by the end of the weekend because it's not very long. I'm so excited. The Six of Crows novella. I've been waiting for this. This is Leigh Bardugo released this for the 10-year anniversary. I don't know if it was specifically for that, but we got this novella on the same year as the 10-year anniversary, or the announcement at least, as the 10-year anniversary of the Six of Crows duology. It's so good. My favorite part, besides like the beautiful, like this is embossed, as in like you can feel the texture of the crows on there. This one, it's so pretty, but also we've got an in color map, but also it's illustrated. And Wylan, this is not a spoiler at all. Wylan composed a song, and she put the sheet music in here. Oh my gosh. But it's basically the merchants in Ketterdam. This takes place after the Crooked Kingdom duology. So if you haven't read that, I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but just beware. You can skip past this part if you haven't read it. Highly, highly recommend. And there's some minor things from Rule of Wolves and King of Scars. Well, King of Scars and Rule of Wolves. I have not read those two yet, but I do know how they end because I did look it up. Oops. So it kind of teases at those things, but isn't, so far, it hasn't outright spoiled anything from those books. You can infer, and it's not going to be a surprise, but I don't think it's enough to ruin the books. Hopefully. Haven't read the books yet. We'll probably read them soon. Especially after this. This has kind of reignited Six of Crows for me. But it's two, I can't remember what they're called. Basically policemen, detectives. I can't remember what these guys are called. I don't know. Detectives. We'll call them detectives. I can't ever remember when I'm talking about the book what the police people are called in Ketterdam, but they're investigating the Wraith. And so it's pieces of their evidence and also letters between the crows. It's so good. It's so good. And I know it's a fluffy little read. It's not anything like life-changing, but it's just so comforting to have just a little bit more from these characters, like in canon, not like fan fiction or anything. I don't think I've read any fan fiction but to have Leigh Bardugo herself release something from these characters again, just a little love letters to the fans. She's so good about interacting with fans and appreciating the fans, and she reposts so much like fan arts and cosplays, and I love how connected she is to the fan base, and I love that she shows appreciation for us. It's so sweet. I could talk about Leigh Bardugo all day. I love her so much. Another thing I really, really love about this book so far is that I haven't gotten to a huge bit of it, but it's partially interactive. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I can see letters that you can like open up and physically hold in your hand later in the book. I'm so excited. I probably will finish it, honestly, like tomorrow, probably. I don't think I'll have time to finish it today, but probably tomorrow because I only have about 15 pages left. It's only 60 pages long total. But I'm forcing myself also to go slow with this so I can appreciate it, because a lot of times when I get really excited and I read short books like this, I want to fly through them and I miss details, and there's too many details to miss in this. I love this so much. Okay, so that was my July. I had such a good reading month. It's something clicked in my brain and I've got that spark to read again, and I'm really happy because I was getting honestly kind of sad that I couldn't focus on a book. That doesn't happen to me very often, and I missed it. I don't realize how much I missed it, but I think this strategy of mixing in longer and shorter books and novels and different ideas and mixing in some audiobooks. I'm not a huge audiobook reader. I'm reading more than I used to, but it's good to just like snap me back into it. So I had such a good July. How was your July month? Did you have any good books? Have you ever read any of these books? I would love to talk about these. I would also love to talk about this. I loved them so much. But yeah, I hope you're having a great year. I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you being here, and happy reading!